Hello, welcome to a little speed paint. This time it's traditional art, which is rare, but it's Inktober, and I haven't done like serious traditional art in a while, and Inktober is the best time to do that. Now, this is day 8 of Inktober, of my Inktober prompt list. And my prompt list is Phantom of the Opera themed, since I am still obsessed with it. It's been a big interest of mine for quite a while, ever since I really got back into it, like this year, I think. But today is day 8. I was planning on recording day 1, but I already started sketching and I completely forgot to record. So by the time I did ink and stuff, I was just like, what's the point in recording? So I didn't end up recording my first day. So that sucks. But if you want to see all of my previous Inktober pieces, you can go to my Twitter or my Instagram, because I have all of my stuff there. Anyways, like I was saying, this is day 8 of my prompt list. It's the dressing room scene in the musical, or the plot, whatever. And it's basically when they're singing Angel of Music, when Meg is like, yo, Christine, what's going on? Who is this? Who's your tutor? Who's your teacher? When actually it's just the Phantom of the Opera. But Christine doesn't actually know that her teacher is the Phantom. Also, sorry for the super shaky cam. Basically, I had a very scuffed setup for this. I had a very scuffed setup for recording this, because I don't actually have a stable desk. My desk that I was drawing this on is a very shaky desk, and I want to get a new desk. Maybe one day. So I sketched this with a mechanical pencil and not a regular pencil, because the 2B pencils that I have are harder to erase, I noticed. So I tried to go pretty lightly with my mechanical pencil. It winded up working pretty well. I do have blue pencils and red erasable pencils, which I know a lot of people use that for inking, but I don't know why, but I cannot fully erase those pencils. No matter how light I erase, they're still on my paper, and I hate having marks. I want a super clean looking piece. That is the goal of Inktober, is trying to have very polished pieces, which is the opposite of what I normally do. I say my art it's polished, but it's not clean. It's messy, but in a good way, I guess. It's free, I do what I want, I guess. I'm not sure. Normally when I'm doing digital pieces, I have no line art, or I blend out the line art, sort of. Sometimes it depends on the piece, I guess. But I hate line art, and I kind of hate Inktober. But Inktober isn't bad. Inktober is a good practice to do each year, I think. It helps me with controlling the pen, and I think Inktober helps you with making your line more confident. Because I remember I started Inktober. Actually, let me go check. I'm genuinely curious, because I have all of my Inktober's on my Instagram, so I'm just scrolling. So I see last year's, which last year I actually did Inktober all digitally just to try it out, because honestly I was not in the mood for traditional Inktober, or last year I was not having the traditional art, even though I do love making my sketchbook look pretty and stuff. Oh yeah, and for my 2018 year, I had a theme where I did watercolor with it, just to make it look a bit more interesting, and I tried to keep it to a color palette. What else do I have? I just genuinely am curious about what year I started Inktober. I have to know, or it'll bother me. Looking at my old art is painful. Okay, we have 2017, which I did an alien space theme. I remember that. I think I found it on Tumblr. I wanted to do something different. Old art is interesting to look at. just to, see how far you've come as an artist. And, looking at old art makes me realize, oh yeah, I actually improved. Wow. Okay, so I did start Inktober in 2016. My old Inktober is very, very sketchy. But if I'll put up some pictures to show my old art, just so you know what my old art looks like and how much I've improved. So if my old art looks like yours and you don't like your art, not that it's a bad thing, but don't give up on art. There's my cheesy advice of the day, because you will improve. Because I improved. I mean, look at my art now. Not to say that my art's whoa, the best thing ever, but I actually like my art. As a insecure 15, 16-year-old, I was insecure about everything. I mean, I still am insecure about myself, but a little less, I'd say. Just a little less. But I genuinely see the beauty in my art. That's super cheesy. But I enjoy my art more as I grow older. As a 20-year-old, I'm hey, I can do cool art and stuff. Oh yeah, side note, drawing hair when I'm doing Inktober is my favorite thing. I don't know why, but drawing all the little hair details and doing all the lines. I don't know how to describe it, but you can see it on Meg's hair, where there's just little hatching. That the hatching is my favorite part. Actually, just hatching in general is my favorite part of Inktober, because I am restricting myself this Inktober to only using black and white. I'm using the standard Micron pens. I think next year, I think it would be interesting to try ink in a bottle with the pen, different types of pens. I'm not sure what they're called, but more a traditional ink. Maybe I'll do that next year. I'm not sure, because I like to try to change it up each Inktober, just so I didn't get bored. Because when I've been doing it for 4 years, it can get a little bit boring if you do the same thing every year. I had to adjust my camera quite a bit because of my scuffed setup. I don't even think I finished talking about my setup. Oh my god, this video is all over the place, but I think my speed paints stay rambly because I am a very rambly person. But my setup, basically what I did, I used my microphone arm and attached my phone to it. And since my desk is not very stable, and the arm, every time I would draw or put my hands down on my desk, it would kind of shake just a little bit. And I can't help that. Yeah, I think I only use the 0.5 pen and the 0.8 pen, because I like to have enough variety in my piece. So what I do, I start drawing with my 0.5 pen, because it's a good medium starting point for me. And then I go in with the 0.8 or 0.08, my bad. And then I thicken the lines and do line variation. I'm trying to do very intense shading for these pieces, since I want to make sure this looks horror-y-ish. Because originally Phantom of the Opera, the original movie from 1925, maybe, yes, no, it's around then. But that original movie, it is a horror movie, all black and white, super spooky. So I wanted to try to make these pieces look spooky, because it's Halloween time. It is actually Halloween month officially. That's canon. Sorry, it's the 8th day of Halloween. That's true. I love Halloween though. Halloween is a good holiday. As a cosplayer, I love Halloween. I go all out on Halloween because I cosplay and I know what I want to do. This year, I'm doing Miss Piggy from the Muppets. But anyways, the goal was to try to make this look spooky. I think using very dark, contrasting, like straight up black shadows makes the piece look more intense. I mean, adding contrast is pretty intense, right? Oh, my hair is in the way. Apologies. I know everyone has been playing a bunch of Phasmophobia in the spirit of Halloween, which is appropriate. I just played it, like I got it last night, and I played it with a couple of friends, and it was pretty fun. I'm not a fan of horror games, honestly. Like, horror games scare me, but this is a multiplayer horror game with friends, so that's a little bit better in my opinion, because at least you're with some people to be a little less scared. And I know everyone has been playing Among Us. I mean, it's a pretty fun game. I haven't really touched it that much. Like, I have it, but I haven't touched it because I've kind of been intimidated to play it. Because honestly, I don't think I'm that good at the game. Like, I feel like I'd just be a terrible imposter, you know? Like, I'm so bad at lying. I'm like the worst liar ever. I've just always been a bad liar, like, my entire life. So, like, being an imposter in that game, I would be terrible. Oh, and my camera fell because I was erasing. I was erasing so hard that my camera fell. So I got up and close. Look at all that erasing. I don't know if I'll cut this out. I might cut a little bit out. Erasing is a satisfying thing when you have it all inked, because then everything looks clean and amazing. And as I was erasing, I think I went too hard, and there's like a tiny pink streak on like Meg's skirt or Meg's tutu, whatever you call it. You know ballet terms. I don't know ballet terms. I'm not a ballet dancer, but I do know someone who does that. Shout out to that person. I know you're watching, because I am watching you. Yeah, I'm a stalker. Just kidding. I would never stalk someone. That's really weird. Also, you can see my computer in the background, my gamer computer. I recently got it for my birthday. Well, not really recently anymore, but it's still new. It feels new to me. It's really cool. It's really great to have a computer that I can multitask on and stream on without like too much lag, because my old computer, it wasn't terrible, but it couldn't handle the video editing software that I use, which, by the way, I use HitFilm Express for all of my videos because it's great. It's a free editing software. So first off, amazing price. And it's basically Premiere Pro, but like free. And you can like buy effect packages, or I think there's a pro version, but for all my needs, I've only ever needed the free version. So that's great. I've always used it for all my video purposes. I've been using it for years, I think, ever since like 2017. Pretty used to it. I mean, it's just like any other video editing software, but it's free. Yeah. So right now I'm just doing the finishing touches with my thick 0.08 liner. You know, making sure there's line variation, because I really want there to be thick and thin lines. Normally I usually do a thick line around all of the characters or like the object, just to make sure that they pop out against the hatching I did in the background. And then I'm just adding a little light because I felt like the background needed that extra bit of pizzazz. It needed that extra bit of something. And yeah, that's my piece basically. I'm not sure what else to say. Well, more self-promo. I live stream on Twitch, twitch.tv/mangamom. Yo. I usually do art. occasional Sims and Minecraft and whatever. Very cool. It's very fun, so if you're into that, go watch. Yeah. And then, like, follow my other social medias, possibly, if you're interested, if you care. But yeah, thanks for watching my scuffed speed paint. The end. Bye.